Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Jason with me. We just beaten Inter Milan 3-1 here at San Siro. A 3-1 win. Not many expected that. I definitely didn't, but a comfortable win for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think it was a proper away European performance. Really, I think it was faultless for the most part. No injuries. Players that needed minutes got minutes. Able to kind of make 7 changes and still have a strong squad. I don't think anyone looked at that squad and thought Mikel's giving up on this. He went out strong.
Does it seem like he's doing that in a lot of competitions? He's like going strong in quite a few. He doesn't really rotate too much on most of them.
No, but I think when you've got a squad with the depth of ours, you can make those changes and it doesn't really it doesn't impact in the same way when you've got those quality players. When we made 10 changes, I think it was when we went into the Portsmouth game. And still look quite fluid. I thought midfield today worked quite well. Interesting, I suppose, when you haven't got Odegaard, actually it seems like the ball moves a fair bit quicker. I think someone said if they get the ball, he's looking for the centre forward into their feet and then combination.
Exactly that.
And you go from there. Saka beating his man on inside and out. I thought the first 2 or 3 minutes we came out absolutely flying out of the traps. Absolutely really took the game to them. And I think we set a pace that they probably couldn't handle. Got the early goal, which was well deserved. They then got one against the run of play. You could quite easily then sit back and go, right, we're just going to kind of sit out and see the result out. But they went up another gear, got the goal and kind of saw it out. Good to see Jesus get a goal. Yeah. Good to see Gyökeres get a goal. Think it's super interesting. I suppose we've seen people like Jesus and others come on when Gyökeres is taken off after 60 minutes and they change the game and everyone's going, oh look, Gyökeres couldn't do that when he was on the field. And actually what we saw today was the flip side. We saw Gyökeres come on later in the game when the centre backs were a little bit tired, and we saw what I think we expect from him. Really glad that he got the goal. It looked like a goal of frustration. He tried to play there's obviously lots of talk about the relationship between him and Saka. He tried to play Saka through, it didn't quite come off, and he's put the ball in the back of the net, which is what you want your centre forward to do. So, like I said, really, really, really top-notch European away performance. And what you want is that sort of performance going into the game against United. I think if we'd had another game like we did against Forest going into that, we'd probably be a little bit apprehensive. I think United again would have watched that today and thought we might have to go and sit in there and just try to hope they don't tear us apart. I think when sides try to play against us like Chelsea did, when Inter did, it's what happens. We absolutely tear them apart. If you sit in like Forest, you can hope that we don't take one of the chances that we create, which sometimes will happen. But when we do get the goal, teams open up and then we have a field day, and I'm expecting that at the weekend. I think I think we've got too much quality for them. I think we're showing against all the top sides. We've played Inter, they're top of their league. Played Bayern, they're top of their league. Everyone's talking about Bayern's the best side in Europe. Bayern this, Bayern that, Bayern this. We did a number on them, and it wasn't even difficult. We've come away to the team that's top of the league in Europe, done a number on them, and we're running away with our league. It'll be really good if we can be the first side in this new format to win 8 games out of 8. I think that'll give us an opportunity to kind of set a record that no one else will be able to do. And then it's about moving on. From there. We are in such a fantastic position. Yeah. We are in such a fantastic position in terms of where we are in the next round of the FA Cup, semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, having won the first leg, top of our group in the Champions League, top of the league. If someone said that to you in August, you'd bite their hand off, and I'm still logging on online and opening group chats and seeing people talk crazy, and it doesn't make any sense. I mean, City've spent the best part of £500 million in the last 12 months. In the last 12 months, and everyone's going, "Oh, Terry spent £1 billion. What's he won? What's it?" They've spent half of that in the last 12 months, and we look like so much more of a better side, more cohesive, more gelled. I think the squad's in a great place. I think we're in a great place, and it feels much better than it did coming here last year, because that was horrendous.
Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing?
You're doing all right? How you doing? And this is what you get in Europe.
I know. Come on, the others!
Come on, like.
Thank you so much. You're the man.